Hello, welcome back to Funtime Crafts 24/7. This is Let's Make Video, and we are going to make a super fun card today. We're actually going to be playing with using the Anna Griffin Halloween rub-on transfers. This set right here, this is a really fun set. And it, being that we're Halloween fall is around the corner, I thought, hey, why not? Let's have some fun with these. We're also in the card that we're going to incorporate some of these Anna Griffin mini Halloween stickers and sentiments. And then we're also going to make a background. So this is similar. We're going to make something similar to this. This is a domed front card with a clear cardstock and with a background that we're going to make. We're going to blend this background when we do ours. And this is basically what we're going to make. We're not going to be able to, I didn't realize I used almost all the houses and I used almost all the bats. In the last of them are on this card. I've used them up in other projects and I didn't realize I didn't have any more. I've got one house left and I've got the trees, the headstone, that tree, and the spiders with the cobwebs, but I won't be able to put this house nor the bats. If you have this set and haven't used it, this works the nicest with the transfers. So if you can add the bats and the house, when this sits on the table and you're actually looking through it, it illuminates. Oh, you can't see it because of the glare from the light. But in actuality, the light going through the dome, it almost illuminates this house's, the lights on this house, the windows on the house, and it looks so stinking cool. Especially when it's just sitting on the table. I absolutely love what it looks like, and it just looks like it's glowing. I can't do that, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace it with one of these, and I think it's going to come out just fine. And we're going to replace the bats with an extra spider, a sentiment, that kind of thing, and just make it look really fun nonetheless. But if you have these transfers, I would definitely suggest using all transfers and none of the stickers, because it's way cooler this way. It is really stinking fun. But if you like inking and blending and making your own backgrounds, this is for you. If you don't, then zoom to the end and see the card that we end up making, or hang out and just do your own thing and have some fun with us. Has fun with me. And so basically, to start this card off, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need a piece of heavyweight cardstock. I'm using some Spellbinders Snowdrift. This is 100-pound cardstock. It's nice and thick and sturdy. So I'm going to cut a panel down to 5x7, because we're making a 5x7 card. So let me grab my my small paper trimmer. And yeah, so we're going to go 5x7. And you're going to need a card base then also. Oh, there's no 7 on this one. I got to get the big trimmer. Hang on. Let me grab the other trimmer here. It's on my other table. Really easy here. So you're going to need, okay, so 5x7. That's what we're going to blend on. That's going to be our background. Then you need to make a card base that is this? Then you also need another piece of cardstock to make a 5x7 card base, or a card base from your stash. So I'm going to go 10 on this by 7. And I have some in my stash, some card backs that were card backs, being that I just used the front of the card, and I have the back of the card base, and it has a sentiment on it. That's why I kept it. And I want to use, let's see, let me find it. I'll show you. It's here in the stash, in the stack right here. I have this card back. So what I want to do is I'm going to use a die to cut this out, to put this on the inside of the card, and I think that's going to be really fun. Sending a hug and a smile your way to let you know I'm thinking of you today. That'd be really fun, right? In a Halloween card, that'll be cute. And so we're going to do that for the inside on white, but I'm going to layer it on a color, and that'll be really fun. So then on your 10 by 7, you want to score at 5 to create your card base. And you're going to also need some acetate. Instead of clear cardstock, I'm going to use acetate because it's way easier to bend into the direction that you want it to go. And it won't be as wily. That clear cardstock was really hard to make it conform. Although I love the crystal clearness of it versus acetate. It's just... sometimes it's not the right thing for every application. So I'm going to use an acetate sheet that I got off of Amazon. They're just plain acetate sheets. They kind of have a little bit of a tint to them, and they're just not as crisp, is why I don't use this. It's kind of foggy. It has a little bit of fog to it versus like that is crystal clear. So you could kind of see the difference. Oh, I don't know. That one's on white. Let's see. I don't actually have any clear cardstock on the table, so we just won't worry about it. It just kind of has a bit of a fog. It's not crisp and sharp when you're looking through it. So kind of more like vellum, but not. Because I mean, look, you can see right through it. It's just not as clear, crystal clear as cardstock is. So that's the only reason I'm kind of whining about it. But if you can't get it to do very easily for someone to replicate it, it doesn't make for a good tutorial. So that is the only reason I'm saying that. So now what you want to do is you need a piece of clear acetate that is going to be, let's see, 5, so 1/2 inch tabs, 6, do like 6 and an 1/8. 6 and an 1/8 wide. Oh wait, where is it? Oh yeah. I'm gonna do 6 1/4 because that's probably an 1/8. Okay, 6 and an 1/8 by 7. You want it by 7 because that's your height. We're gonna do a portrait style card. So 6 and an 1/8 by 7. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna score 1/2 inch on each side of this. And let me show you. And this will fold up way nicer than clear cardstock. Clear cardstock is so hard to get it to do what you want it to do. And so I thought, and most people don't have it. Most people have acetate if they do have anything. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to score at 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to flip it. I'm going to do it a couple times to really get it. And then flip it and do another 1/2 inch on this side as well. And that way my 1/8 of an inch, I don't have to do funky math over here. And my 1/8 of an inch stays in the center. And the 1/8 of an inch is so when we go to wrap it around the card base, it will allow it to dome, to protrude out. And make a fun little dome shape. So I'm just folding these tabs in. And in the same direction that I scored it. So where the dimple was when I scored it down and we're left with the indent. That's the direction I'm folding with the indent. Instead of normally you fold against it. Acetate, I like to do it with the indent. It's just easier. It doesn't really perform like grains of paper, the grains in a sheet of paper. So now what you're going to do with this, is we're going to put a score tape. Was this? Is this the one? Yeah, 5. What you're going to do with this is you're going to wrap this around like this, and you're going to push it tight like that, and it's going to dome it. It'll be really stinking fun when we're done. So now let's go ahead and get started. So that's our front panel. We have our card base, so we're done with that. And now, so let's go ahead and get working on this. Now for the you're gonna need your house, you're going to need your house transfer. This here, you're going to want that. And what you want to do is your house transfer, you want to cut it out as close to the image as possible. So that way the outline that when we go to oh, what am I trying to say? Well, when we go to blend over the top of it, it will make a nice silhouette of the image that we're trying to lay on top of it. I don't want to put this on top of a dark background because then you won't see it very well. But if we cut this out, watch, I'll show you. So just cut it out as close to the image as you possibly can. And the reason I'm doing this one instead of one of the other little houses there is because I really love the owl on the top, and the size of this house is really nice. So I'm just cutting it out as close to the house image as I possibly can. Because whatever white is left around the house, you're going to actually see it. You'll see that white when we go to lay this on top. The other thing I was going to let you know too is if you're doing a blended background and you're putting transfers on the top of it, you want to let the background dry first, because otherwise the transfers won't adhere to it. They won't stick. Yeah, I tried it already and it was a teeny bit grouchy. So just literally going around, and it's not going to be perfect. And if you look at my other one, you'll see that it's not actually perfect. But it works. And it is still cute as a button. Wait. Whoops. I'm just going to cut that extra off because it's trying to be wily. See, watch, I'll show you. See in the background, like I didn't get it perfect. I don't know, can you see that without the glare? I didn't get it perfect, but it's still so cute. Like if you look, see down in there, see there, you can see the silhouette of the house. It still looks really stinking cute anyways. I'm not planning on, I don't know if you can see that back there. I'm not planning on having the cobweb over it either. I'm actually going to swap that over to this corner so you can really see the house, especially since I don't have another one that will mimic it down there. It'll just be one of the cutouts. But this is going to be really cool to have this when we're all done. So yeah, so just get as close as you can. So it doesn't have to be perfect. That's why I was showing you that. And try to hold the backer. Steady. Eddie. So that way it doesn't slip. It doesn't slip, and then you don't have a piece on the back to keep the transfer safe. So there we go. That's going to be our template, because what happens is you actually peel this off and then you stick it down, and then this top piece peels off and leaves the transfer. So that's why you can use it as a template. So we're going to use this as our template. And what I want to do is I want to create my little hill first. So I'm going to go ahead and tape this at the top. I'm going to tape this down at the top. I want it to be relatively straight as well. So there we go there. I think I might put a little bit of temporary tape down here too. Are you guys in? Okay, here, maybe you want to do that. What do you think about that? How's that? Okay, maybe that's a little better. Okay, so now you can either use like just cut out, let me see, do I have cardstock here? just cut a scrap piece of cardstock for, oh, here, yeah, I didn't want to use any good ones. Just cut a scrap piece for a hill, for like a hillside. So maybe we do like that. And so we'll do like that. And so then all you're going to do is we're going to blend a hillside. So I just cut a piece. Or if you have, like I used on that one, I used this, My Favorite Things stencil. This is the Slimline Drifts and Hills. I got the slimline one because you can use it for any size really. And so this is the one that I used and just laid it down. Oh, like this. I just laid it down like that and then did the hills with it and then flipped it and then did a little hill over here as well. But we can do that too. So let me get some ink. And so then all I did too was I got a couple different colors of green. So I've got Stamps of Life, Green Apple, and Spearmint. They're not even in the same, one's just light and one's dark. They're not even in the same type of, really color family. The Spearmint is totally different. This is more yellow and that's like emeraldy. And this is because I use the same brush because that's not actually what the color looks like. It's a combo. And so what you want to do when you're doing a blended background is I try to make mine as, since this is going to be like a kind of a dark background, hilly background, I'm trying to keep it really dark up at the top of the hill and then lighter as I go down. And that way when I go to do another hill, it'll really make it pop, because you'll have a variegated, an ombre effect down, and then you'll start another dark one, and it'll be really cool. See, that's actual color. See, Spearmint's actually brighter than the Green Apple. Green Apple is more of an olive tone, like more yellow. And so then what we're going to do is keep it dark on the edges, light in the center. Like that. And then we're going to use the Spearmint, and we're just going to come down a little ways to darken up the top, and then we're going to go over it with black. Oh, whoops. Make sure to don't let your template move. See, we're going to do this and darken up that top edge. And if you start off the paper and then work your way in, it helps to get rid of some of the lines. And then after I get it dark up at the top, see how it's darker up there? I come down and I blend down a little bit to kind of blend the two colors together. Like so. And you don't need much of the darker one. So then what you want to do is you want to grab your black. So I'm going to use Stamps of Life Black Licorice. And I'm going to just dab it in there. And I'm just going to go on the edges and then at the top. Just at the very top to darken it up and give it that like night feel. Just at the very top. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully my arm isn't in the way. And then I'm going to blend it down. With just what is on my brush. Just blend it down a little. Yeah, like that. And then what we can do is we can do another one. So now what we want to do is, since we have our little hill like that, it looks like I've got to make this one. This one isn't wide enough to go across, so I'm just going to actually follow this one out around what I already did. And we're going to make another hill like this. So I'm going to put it on the point down here. And then I'm just going to, probably go about like so. About like that. And I'm going to do it again. Start blending with my green apple. And at this point, I could probably tape this down. So that way it doesn't want to shift on me. Is that, here, let's get a little color there. There, that looks good. And then, so now I'm just going to go with the lightest, the green apple. And starting off the page again. And start blending. And still try to stay light down towards the bottom. Now this isn't really going to matter too much because I'm just looking for shadows, like light and dark on this, you know, like where the moon would be shining on a hillside. And so it's lighter. Where it goes towards the hill, it's a little darker. The like where it goes down, it's a little bit darker. It's kind of where I was headed with it. No expert, obviously. This is definitely just a hobby for me. I don't have all the technical wherefore, whens, and whys. I just kind of mimic what I've heard and go with it, you know. Generally, if you do what you like, if you like it, then it probably is right? Especially in the art world, you can't really mess anything up, and I don't think there's any wrong way to do something. It's pretty much what you like. And if you really don't like it, you could put a transfer on it. It's okay. You know, like how we always say, if you don't like it, put a flower on it. This one is, put a transfer on it. It's okay. And, yep, just blending from the out to the end and keeping it light in the center. Let's see what that looks like. We can lift it up a little. Oh, see how that's coming? That's pretty good. I think I need a little more green apple for a little bit more contrast, and then we can start doing the black. I noticed I had a little bit of a lighter space, but that's okay. That is a-okay to me. Okay, now we'll just get the black. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're putting stuff over this anyways. Okay, and so here we go. And then there again, this is just on the edge. But I'm also going to go on the bottom too. You want to go in a little circular pattern too, so that way you don't get harsh lines. Like you might have saw mine was starting to get a little bit harsh. And I'm supposed to be staying closer to the edge, not so far in the center. But hey, we're having fun. And then blend it into the center once you think you got it about where you want it. And then we'll do a little reveal. And now if you don't like something, if something isn't really to where you like it, you can always go back and add a little bit more. And like that. Blend in a little green apple. And then we can blend a little black on that. And I think that is looking pretty stinking good. Right? That's pretty good. That looks like a little hillside, right? That is pretty fun. And we just did that by hand. So if you have your stencil, bust it out. If you don't worry about it. Right? Okay, so now what you need at this point. Oh, well, we can always bring it down. Oh, darn it. Let's see. Hold on. We can always bring it down. Down or over. We could always just bring it down. Yeah, we could just go like that. And it'll still look good. Okay, so maybe let's actually do that because we're gonna have to. The next part is to do the moon. The next part is the moon. Okay, there we go. And then let's see. We want to do the moon. So what you need for the moon is you need a 1 3/4 inch circle punch or just a medium sized circle. You need a full adhesive sticky note. Or that paper. I have some. It's Gina K. It's what is it called? Let's see. I'm just gonna do this right in the center because you're gonna use both pieces. So don't get rid of the other. And you're gonna just place this where you want your moon to show up at. I think I'm actually gonna go here. I think I'm gonna go there. And keep that because you're going to use that to do the moon. And now what you want to do is you want to get some purple. I'm going to use grape, Stamps of Life grape. And you just want to shade in now where you want it to be. Your night sky. So you didn't have to use purple. You could use blue, like a dark, dark blue. Or something like that. But I'm just going to go in with purple because I love the look of the purple. And just start shading it in. Stay dark on the outside and then lighter in the middle. Like we did with the lawn, with the hillside. And then really dark on the corners, as dark as I can get that. And then, yeah, I love doing blended backgrounds. It is so fun. I like getting inky though and being messy. And sometimes I just don't have time to do it. I don't have time to be messy. You have to stay clean, you know. But if I've got time to be messy, I do. Do you guys like to be inky and stuff? Do you like to get dirty when you craft? Or do you like it to be clean? And now I'm going to be very gentle where my little bat is because I don't want to ruin the transfer. And really dark. I'm trying to go pretty dark on the corners. Also trying to hurry up though so you guys don't have to watch like... I guess I could blend this out on off camera. You guys don't have to watch this. But try not to as well. Try not to put your fingers on your ink because if it's water reactive or it's not dry, it'll discolor it. It'll make it look funky. Yeah, so I'm just kind of going, I don't really want it to be super dark down here. And we're going to put black over the top of that as well. And then trying to go in a circular fashion too, around the moon. Like so. Yeah, isn't that going to be fun? Oh my goodness, that's going to be so fun. Okay, and now you're going to do the same thing like we did over there. You're going to take your black, and you're going to go on the edge with your black. So, just a little. You don't have to do a lot. But it just gives it that dark feel, that nighttime feel. And darker on the corners. And blend to the middle. So you don't get jinky lines. Oh, whoops. Oh, see, like that, because I'm in a hurry. It's okay. It'll be fine. Don't worry. It'll be fine. Okay, let's go this way. A little bit there. And you can always go back over it with more color. And if you have Distress Oxide inks, this would even be better. Because it would be easier to blend. And you get more for your effort. See, and that's a little bit dark for me. I think I want to put some more purple over that. Oh, sorry, guys. Whoops. Yeah, I want to put more purple over that. It'll brighten it up a little. I like it when it's like brighter night. A brighter night sky. If that makes any sense at all. Yeah, definitely like it with the more purple. This was a little bit dark. That's okay though. Yeah, definitely. I think that looks better. And it's a little bit brighter. So let's not hammer on that all day. And then, so now what you want to do is you want to take your moon mask off. And then this piece here, you want to put over where that one was. Like that. And if it's not perfect, don't worry. Because if you saw my other one, I had a little bit of a white line. So don't worry about it. And so now what you're going to want to do is you need some yellow, orange, and red ink. I got pineapple, tangerine, and strawberry from Stamps of Life. And you're going to start with your lightest. So I'm going to start with pineapple. Like so. And just go over this as dark as I want it to be, like that. Maybe a little more. And then you'll want to get your tangerine out. Your orange. And this is going to be super fun when it's done. And I'm just going to go around the edge. But I'm going to go off the edge. I'm going to start off on the Post-it and then blend in. Because I don't want to cover up all the yellow. See, like that. And that's all I'm going to do there. And then just the very edge. The very, very edge of the moon with the strawberry, the red. And just off the Post-it. And just kind of highlighting the very edge. To make it look like a really fun, like, and in the center a touch. A really fun harvest moon. On a purple night sky. Isn't that fun? See? Isn't that great? That was like super easy, right? Like that is the hardest part. Like that, and we're like done making that background. Like how easy is that? So now at this point, you really want to let this dry. So that way when we go to put the transfers on top, they'll adhere really well. Yeah, we want this to be dry. So, and see, we wanted to mask this off so when we put this down, this would be bright and it wouldn't be dark. Okay, so let me hit this with the heat gun and I'll be right back. Where are you? Pause. Okay, now that we have that, we can start putting our transfers on. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the house, and I'm going to line this up right where we had, and be careful not to touch it. Be careful not to touch it. You don't want to touch it, because otherwise it will not want to stick. And I'm just going to line this up with where the outline of it is. Like so. That looks pretty good to me. And I'm also going to go ahead and pop a piece of scratch paper on the top of it and get a burnishing tool. Oh, okay. And you can use your bone folder. You can use, yeah, just making sure that I'm in the right spot, hopefully. I wonder if this will even... You want to be careful but firm. Oh, especially with the little bat. His little wings, because if you press really, really hard, it might rip the transfer underneath. And you want to dry it so that way it will want to stick down and not rip. And when it goes like, see how light that little bat is? I don't know if you can tell, but the little bat is lighter. That means that the transfer came off that part. And see where it's darker? That means you still have to burnish. But sometimes when you're doing these, you can get one part to stick, and then you can lift, and it will start to release the transfer. And then all you have to do is just make sure that it is transferring, like it's coming off. And then if it doesn't, like if there's a part that's not, you can lay it back down and just burnish it a little bit more. These little pieces where the roof is, you have to help those a little bit too. Oh yeah, and I got, because of the ink, you want to be careful too, because the ink on top, I didn't wipe it off. It started to come off onto my background. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, press down. And you're just looking through the transfer to make sure that it is all down. And if there's anything still on, you want to push it back down. But see, we got it all. And then look, and then go over it with your finger real light. Just carefully. Right? Oh my gosh, right? How cool is that? That's so fun. Isn't that great? Okay, so now what we want is, so that is good. So then, let's see, this, let's see. We were going to put what was going down? This was going to go here. Now I have to get kind of my orientation here. So let's see. I was going to put a cobweb on the outside with a spider coming down like that. I was going to put this. Okay, so that's going to go there. This is going to go up here on the window. This is going to go on the card. I have a house. Let's see. This is going on the window. So this is going on the window. That's going on the window. Let's see. Where's my... Oh, this is going on the window on the outside. So we're going to go like that. So this could go... That could go there. We could actually put this down a little bit farther if we want. And we could even probably put another spider. We could do another spider there. We could do another spider there. Let's see. Whoops. This is going to be on the window here. Like that. Like that. And then, oh, I was going to have a tree. That's why I can't have that. We're going to put a little tree up here. That was what we were going to do. We're going to have a little tree here. Okay, so this is going to go like this. That's going to go there. This is on the outside. This is on the outside. This is going to be out here, and the spider is going to be there over the moon. And then I still could, oh, but I was going to pop this about here-ish, probably there-ish, on the outside as well. And I was going to put an owl on it. Let me find, oh, an owl. And I was going to put this like this. I think I'm going to do this on the outside. That's going to be on the outside. No, maybe I could just put this on the outside. Oh, what if I just do that? Okay, outside, outside, outside. Outside, this is in. This is in. So let's put this down. Let's go here-ish. That's going to be there. Oh, yeah, that'll look cool right there. Let's do that right there. Let's burnish that. Like so. Yeah, the drier your background is, the easier it is to get the stuff to transfer. If it's wet, like you just blended it, it will be grouchy. Hold on. Oh, but see. It doesn't want to come up. Sometimes they don't want to come up, and you just got to burnish the bejesus out of them. Like, seriously burnish them. Oh, there we go. See? Then you just get a little corner lifted up. And then just start lifting and burnish and lift, burnish and lift. But see, just put it back down if it doesn't like it. Sometimes you can get a little air bubble under them and they'll peel up. Anyways. See, like that, right? Not bad, not bad. Oh, that looks pretty good. Now we can put our little tree on. All right. Yeah, these transfers are fun. I love using these. They are fun, fun, fun. Maybe here? Was it there? I think it was about there. Like so. Yes, burnish, burnish, burnish. And I think this is the last one on the inside. And the rest is going to be on the outside. Oh, not a fan. Was not happy. Just trying to press it down. Oh, it's not happy there. Burnish it. Oh, I've ripped it. See, some of them just, man, they get grouchy. Maybe if I start down here, sometimes if you start at a different spot, they'll be copacetic with the situation. See, and I just kind of got my fingernail under it, even though the transfer was peeling up, and it let me. So then just press it. Yeah, paper is harder for these to stick to, it seems like. And I don't know if it's because I've had them for over a year or what the deal is. They said some of this stuff can go bad, but I don't know. They're like, what in the world? But I guess adhesive can go bad, so. Oh, whoops. Oh, we got it. Okay, well, you saw I was trying to. That's okay, right? Still looks good. Still looks good. Look at that. Okay, I think that is pretty nifty. Okay, so I think we're good. And I think now we can put our acetate on. So let's grab that. Our little window here. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put score tape. I'm going to use 1/4 inch. Where is it? Let's see. I just got this roll out. So 1/4 inch on each side. I was trying to decide if I wanted to put the transfers on first or what I wanted to do there. And it might be easier while it's still flat to put the transfers on the window. And I don't think it's going to be all that particularly I think it's going to be fine for, I think I'm going to go ahead and put at least a few of them on. And then we could put the window. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and put the transfers on. And so this one's going to go in the corner. I'm just putting it up right at the corner. And it going on the outside of the window should be a little bit nicer. Because it's plastic. Oh, come on, son. It's probably because I'm in a hurry. I don't want to make you guys suffer through this for hours and hours. Oh, we did it. Cool. There we go. We got our little spider web. That is going to be pretty fun. Now we can put our little spider. And now remember, this is going to pop off. It's going to be on a dome. Yeah, now we can. Ooh, that's so creepy. Isn't that creepy? Okay. Oh, there we go. Trying to make sure we get all the little legs. Right? Oh, look at that. Little spider. It's going to be pretty fun, right? Okay, a little spider. And let's see. Oh, the tree. We wanted that tree with the little bats. And yeah, so let me put this on and you don't have to watch that and I'll be right back. Okay, we got the little tree on. And I think it looks pretty darn good. That is going to be pretty fun. So now, yeah, I got schmutz on the inside of my window. So when you're doing this, be careful not to do it on top of another transfer. Or on top of your card base anyways. Yeah, because it schmutzed it up on the inside. But, okay, so now what you want to do is you want to get all your schmutz off the inside of the window. Because once this goes on, you're not going to be able to fix it. So just use something nice and soft and try not to crease it. You know, wrinkle it up and stuff. But just get it real nice. And I think that's going to be okay. I think that's still going to be fine. So now what we're going to do is we're going to, let's see. We're going to take this side off. And I'm going to adhere this side first. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to line it up on in the center all the way to that edge. And then once it's all the way butted up to that edge, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this over really tight and press down on that score tape. And that way that'll adhere that. Okay? And now what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to wrap our other edge. We're going to make sure we got everything off of there that we're happy with what it looks like. I think that's pretty good. And we're going to, we got to peel the backer off over our score tape. Remember, we put it on both sides. So now what we want to do is we want to finagle this in here, but what you want to do is you want to butt it all the way up to that edge. And that's what is, and then press down once you get it all lined up. And that's actually what gives you your dome for the window. See? And makes it pop out. And look, isn't that cool? That little 3D effect. Like the spider, it like moves with the card. Isn't that cool? And you get the web is off. Like it's popping off, and so is the tree and everything. Isn't that stinking fun? Oh, I love that. I think that is so great. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add our little house to the bottom down here. And then, yeah, this would be so much better if these were transfers. But that's okay. Because those, yeah, and if we had bats, oh man, that would be really cool. So, but that's okay. This is going to look really fun too. So, just fine. So, I'm just lining this up at the bottom down here. And then just going to press it on the front. Making sure it's, you know, adhere really nice onto the front of the card. And I actually gave it a bit of a curve before I put it on too. I did earlier so I wouldn't forget to do it because I knew I would. And then there we go there. And now we want to go ahead and put our sentiment on, give it a bit of a press, and we're going to go ahead and do that. And I'm actually going to leave it at this because when I went to put the owl on, it was too much. I'll show you what it was going to look like. It just covers up my house so much that I wasn't a big fan of it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line this up with the bottom of the house. Try to get it as straight as possible on the card, like so. Not covering up anything important, but letting it look beautiful and nice. And I think that is pretty darn nifty. Now, what do you think, right? That looks pretty stinking good, doesn't it? That is pretty fun. You get a totally cool 3D effect with those transfers on the window. I think that is just fantastic. Wouldn't that have been so cool if that was a transfer? Oh, yeah. Even without the bats. Hey, even then, it's still pretty cool. What do you guys think, right? That's pretty fun. And now all you have to do is get your card base, and you're going to make sure it's opening in the right direction. You're going to put some score tape on this, double-sided adhesive and glue, so you can shimmy it. Let's see. Well, actually, you want it, I'm going to put mine on the very edge, so it adheres down really nice on both edges, and then I'll just put glue. Actually, I'll put another piece of this in the center as well, and then glue. And that way it will just stick really nice. And honestly, I wouldn't need glue, but I want to be able to shimmy it. Oh, I could put the owl on the inside. That'll be cool. So yeah, little art glitter glue on those. I'm going to try not to get too much on these outside ones, so that way it doesn't schmutz out and mess my window up. Definitely a little concerned about that. I don't want to mess the window up. Okay, and now I guess to make sure it's even, we'll just stand it up on the table, I guess. And then, yeah. And now we can take a ruler. Do you want to take a ruler, or do you want to just... I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to press it on one side and then come over and press it on the other, so I'm not like creasing it. And then just in the very center with my fingertips, so that way I'm not like pressing my dome down. And then look how fun that is. Isn't that great? Oh my goodness, that is pretty cool, right? That is pretty darn fun. Okay, so now we got our sentiment right here, and oh, we can... Yeah, I'll pop a little owl in there. Yeah, that's where we'll put the owl. Or actually, we'll put the owl like that on the inside of the card. So let me cut this out in another layer, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just cut this out with one of the Cardcentric compendium dies, and I'm just going to edge it up with some purple. I think that's going to be really just a fun little detail, super easy to do, and it'll look like it's layered. And then it'll also save on cardstock, which I think will be super groovy. Let's see what that looks like on the inside. And, right? That is pretty good. And it looks like it's supposed to be that. And then we'll add that little guy, and I think that is going to be pretty cool. So let's get some glue for this. Just a little bit. We don't need too much. So just kind of line it up in here to where it looks fun and nice. I think we can get behind that, right? That looks pretty good. Add our little owl. And bada bing, bada boom. That wasn't so bad, but it is extra special, right? I think that is a super fun little card there. I think that is really fun and nice. I think that just came out super. I think even with that, and then we got to use up one of those card backers with the sentiment that's been in my stash for a little bit, so very happy with that. And then, right, doesn't that look pretty fun? That is a pretty fun little Halloween card, and I think just came out super cool. Even if it's not clear cardstock, it's just acetate, and even if we don't have all the transfers, I think pretty darn fun. And like the inside, very cool, right? I love it. What do you guys think of it? What do you think of it down in the comments below? If you would let me know, that'd be cool. I hope you enjoyed hanging out. Yeah, see, what do you think? Is it... I think it's just as fun as this one. I think it's just as fun, and came out super cool. Anyways, but yeah, let me know what you guys think of these down in the comments below. Thanks so much for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch up again soon. Until next time, happy crafting. Bye bye.